we continue to attempt to go higher, leaving the body behind, leaving the earth behind. What if the sacred isn't up there, but it's right here in our skin, in the soil? And look, soil, soul, in the eye that holds it all, Mother Earth. What if Mother Earth is the all-seeing eye? And when we get into this video, I will share with you why I say that. It's based off of my experience. Everything that I will be speaking to you guys about, it's about my experience. It's not what I read in a book. It's not what I've got from someone else. But it's from within my own body, from within my own environment. The title of this video is Embracing the Triad, Body, Earth, and I, a Journey Within. Welcome home to Soul Wisdom Alchemy. I'm SapphyreMoon, Resonance Guide and Liminal Alchemist. This isn't about rising above. It's about returning within. In my contemplation, I get my inspirations. I don't call it downloads like everybody else. I do not like to follow the crowd. That doesn't make me better than you. It just makes me who I am. And this is what I am attempting to share with you guys. That I wasn't born to follow the crowd. And I used to think something was wrong with me because of that. But I realized this is what makes me who and what I am and why I am. So in my contemplation, lately I've been putting my feet in Mother Earth's lap. That's earthing, guys. Or when I'm in the tub. I get my inspiration and my deep contemplations by sitting in nature, by soaking in the environment, by watching the butterflies or the squirrels or the trees, how they flow in the wind, or listening to the cicadas, how you can feel, not only can you hear their wave of unison, you can feel it. It's a wave. So in my contemplation concerning body, earth, and I realize how everything has been turned upside down in this world, in the earth, to the point where a lot of spiritual leaders say we are not our body. If there's still that separation. Well, I'm not here to be separated any longer. I am here to be whole. And I'm not here to teach you, to make you believe anything. I don't care what you believe, but I know that I was born to share what I feel, to share what I experience. And being that everything has been turned upside down, man and woman against each other, races, countries, religions, all of that bull crap. families against families, humans against nature. And so I thought to myself, what if the body comes before spirit? Because when a child is formed in the body, the spirit a lot of times doesn't even go into that body until a certain time to make sure that the body is ready for whatever reason, and sometimes, and then a lot of times that body, just say the mother has a miscarriage. It's because the spirit never entered the body. And in the NDEs, they'll tell you, no matter what type of accident they have had, the spirit takes off. Okay? The spirit takes off because the body decides, I don't want this body to feel all that pain and all that anguish. So in my contemplation, I was thinking, what if the physical or the body goes before the spirit, or it at least moves with it, or sometimes it initiates. It's the first thing on the scene, because like I said, a lot of times the spirit is not inside. The body is formed before the spirit even enters. And I have my notes so I can attempt to stay on course. We've been taught that energy comes first, that the body just reacts. But what if that's not always true? Because that's another thing through my experience. What is true for you may not be true for me, and vice versa. But isn't that how we run this world? We expect for everyone to think the same way. We expect for everyone to have the same experiences. For instance, I'm a seer, but not through pictures. I see through my experiences. I see through patterns. I see through the energy, my environment. And then y'all break it down and say, oh, that's clairsentient. It's all the same. It's another way of expression. We chop ourselves up into these little pieces, and that's okay, but we must remember, and I'm saying we because I'm you. Even though I'm not here to tell you anything, but I'm here to speak as myself. I'm not in competition. I've been underground for the last 2 to 3 years. Because this time, when I came out of the ground like the cicadas, I wanted to be who I am. I wanted to say who I am. I wanted to experience whom I am. And I am the earth. And she is me. And she is not only a female. Males have come from her. I'm sure I was a male before I came in this particular life. And I have given birth to daughters, but I have grandsons. So I am also a giver of life. And why am I saying all of this? Because what if illness and awareness begins in the body and then radiates outward? We've been taught the other way, right? And maybe, just maybe, it happens in different people. Maybe some people, it does happen on the outside first. Maybe their illness does happen on the outside first. But I realize that my illness and my awareness has happened through my experience in being a female in human form. You see, my body, she is not just a vehicle. She is a translator. She hears the earth, me, hear the earth before my mind does. And to help you guys understand, and overstand how we have disconnected ourselves from the earth, we've done it in so many ways. Like, and we utilize things to continue to hurt our bodies, like deodorant. I make my own deodorant. I've been making my own deodorant since 2017. I make my own laundry detergent. I make my own dish tablets. I've been doing that since 2017 because I have a heart condition, guys. Because I didn't listen. And heart, you take H-E-A-R-T, turn it around, it spells earth. So earth, she lives in me. She lives in you too, but I know she lives in me. Let's look around how we have disrespected our own bodies by putting chemicals, because we're funky. Putting chemicals, that blood is disgusting. Women, that blood is disgusting. Shaving underneath our arms, that's nasty. Every part of our bodies has its own system of protecting us. And we wonder why we have autoimmune diseases and all these other weird ass diseases. Because you don't love your body. You don't love the earth. You're trying to be, you want to be a star seed. You want to go to Mars. That's how I was. Only because I didn't feel comfortable here. Why I didn't feel comfortable here? Because everyone around me wasn't. So I said, well, let me step in line. But I'm not the one. I'm not the one to step in line. And that's why I've had 4 nervous breakdowns. But were they breakdowns? No, baby. They were breakthroughs. Okay? Not only have we disrespected our own bodies, we've disrespected nature. And because we feel that we're not this body, not realizing that the soul is the soil. What if your soul is the very soil? You vegans and you vegetarians and you meat eaters. I'm a vegan, I'm a vegetarian, and I'm a meat eater. Why do you think how we used to care for the soil at one time? We didn't have to drink. You see how we drink water? We didn't have to drink water like that, guys, because the earth supplies all of our needs. And how can we say that we're making a better world when we don't even like the one that we live in now? Why do I say the earth is an I? In 2016, on my 55th birthday, I got caught up in a riptide. So if you guys want to hear the rest of the story, then comment below and let me know. But before I got caught up in the riptide, we had went to another beach in Daytona. I don't know if it was a weekend or not. And so we had gone to Daytona Beach. And that's when I saw the eye of Mother. Excuse me. I saw it when where the water touches the sky. I saw the dome. I felt the dome. And I felt so protected because, guys, a situation could have turned into something horrible, probably if I hadn't seen that, because we almost lost my granddaughter. And like I said, just comment below if y'all want to hear more about this story. So now we moved down to Tampa. We went from Daytona to Tampa. And that's where I got caught up in the riptide. So because I already realized that this is, this whole earth is her eye, her body, you know what I'm saying? The sky is her eye. And the earth is her, is her body. And the iris is her core, the core of how she sees everything. According to me. You have your own ways of looking at it. This is mine. So here I am. I can't swim, guys. I can float and I can doggy paddle. Here I am on my back. And I said, Mother, I said, I am not ready to go. I haven't even done what I don't even know what I haven't completed. I haven't completed my life. And before you know it, I was out of that water. That's how I know that Earth is an eye. And this is probably where the flat earthers get it from, because of that dome. And in alchemical text, you'll see the man sticking his head out from the dome. So if you think about it, this ain't the place to be trying to get away from or even rising above. I do not co-sign with higher vibrations and lower vibrations, baby, in music. And I'm not a musician either, but I have an ear in order for harmony to be so nice and beautiful, you need those low notes and those mid notes and those high notes, sweetie. If I am feeling a certain way, just say I'm feeling very, very heavy or very, very sad, it's only because I am feeling the Earth's atmosphere, because Mother Earth feels the atmosphere of each and every one of us. Because Mother is connected to us, but when will we connect to her? So maybe we can start remembering that we are inside an eye. We are inside our body. We are inside the earth. And that this isn't an escape. That's what grounding and earthing is all about. And you say, well, what's the stars? Look at your Egyptian goddess Nut. And nut is a seed, right? Goddess Nut is the eye of Mother. She's arched over and she has all those stars in her body. What are the stars, baby? They are your cells. And let me tell you something. I used to sun gaze when we used to live in Grayson, Georgia. And I would sit out there every day, sit down on the ground, and I would sun gaze. And one day, I looked down at myself, and I was freaking sparkling, and I wasn't smoking, okay? I was sparkling like diamonds. I've had the experience of the stars being part of my own body. This is my experience. I'm not telling you to believe me or not. I don't care. I'm only talking to people that resonate. I'm talking to my resonators. Those who have ears, who can hear. So let me ask you a question, and I'm going to read it from here. Have you ever felt the earth watching you? Or sensed something ancient in your own body? Like your cells were listening. What part of your body have you ignored? I've ignored my heart, and she split in two, but she didn't attack me. I never had a heart attack, but only part of my heart works. Only 70% of my heart works, but I'm still alive. So what part of your body have you ignored because you were taught it wasn't spiritual? And what might awaken if you began to see the physical as sacred? If this moves something in you, subscribe to Soul Wisdom Alchemy. Like this video if it resonates, and share it with someone on their path of remembrance. And I will be coming on here every Saturday, but not at 9 a.m. because, what I'm saying is 9 a.m. is not set in stone. It may be different times because I realize that I'm putting myself in a cage and I don't like that. And I have Virgo rising. And so when I get a little bit nervous if I see that I'm not going to make the time. So I will come on here when I am moved to come here, but it will be Saturdays. Guys, make sure you check out my community posts. I'm always posting on there. So thank you, my beautiful resonators. Welcome home.